The Enderman, not so scary, is it? I mean, as a first-time player, you might just be terrified of it, but it gets old, so why not just make it a bit more horrific, creepy, scary overall? In order to achieve this goal, I decided to tweak the Enderman's design, and as a horror lover, I think I have enough qualification to make it scary. Plus, if you don't follow my Twitter, you probably don't know that I'm an artist, so I will be drawing a more quote-unquote realistic Enderman. Anyways, let's talk about the design of our handsome fellow. First thing first, you gotta find inspiration, and my main one was this theory that the Endermans are deformed humans that were enslaved by the Ender Dragon. And so I searched for inspiring images on Pinterest, we love that app here, to sort out the general idea I had in my head. And this is the result, pretty decent. I never do the silhouette, but I heard it can help when creating a character, and I need all the help I can get. A few of the additions I added were the chains, visible joints, crooked legs, and other things that I don't remember. Ah yes, at first the chains were on the Enderman's leg, but it just doesn't fit right, so the arms were now my target, because you know, they love picking up blocks from time to time, and it would be pleasing to see what is actually weighing them down from building, or just throwing a block at your head. By the way, you know, the Enderman can teleport, and when you kill it, it drops a green eye. That gives you the ability to teleport as well. So what if the Enderman had that eye physically on its body? Wouldn't it be cool? Also, I added some glowing powers because, you know, for the sake of aesthetics. The eye was placed on the forehead at first, you know, a third eye kind of deal, but I'm sorry to say this to myself, it was ugly as hell, it just had to go. The colors just didn't work even though green and purple are complementary colors. My guess is that since the Enderman's skin is very low saturated, and there was a hint of high saturated purple, there was no room for any more colors, but don't take my word for it. Sometimes it's really hard to recognize your own mistakes, and I really don't know what was off about this design. But later on, I did fix it in the actual illustration. And here's the height difference if you were wondering, between a human and an Enderman. And an Enderman and yes. Moving on to the illustration part, the exciting part. I absolutely love thinking of scenarios rather than just having my characters standing like an armor stand. But my skills ain't matching up with my brain sometimes, and they do end up being like a log of wood, which I really dislike, but what can you do? I'm a perfectionist sometimes, most of the times, a lot of the times, and I hate my art pieces if they come out ugly. I cannot stand it. Now let me tell you, the illustration ended up being the best art piece I've ever done. The composition amazing, the color palette breathtaking. I'm actually kidding because those aspects were lousy. But the design, the purpose here came out as fine as Leonardo DiCaprio in his 20s. But maybe I'm just exaggerating. You gotta see it for yourself and tell me what you think about it in the comments. And also, why not subscribe? It's absolutely free, no payment, no taxes. We got a deal? We got a deal, bro. I also got some help from the Design Doll app. I really wanted the piece to have more depth. With the help of perspective, you can see that my idea was that you're looking up at the Enderman because you're shorter than him. But I really wanted the chains to be seen, so I gave up on that. Basically, in ape language, big is equals scary, but chain orb could not be seen, so we get back to the cave, safe zone, 3/4. Here you can see me sketch this Maxi Enderman in the final composition that I have chosen. And I did a background as well, I never do that. And I'm also glad that we can see the chains now. I think it's a good detail. Also, he's dragging the orbs down the hill in case you're experiencing brain fog, and I am the one that's actually experiencing the brain fog, and I'm blaming you. Now enjoy a few moments of silence to honor my drawing. I am bored, so I will be explaining parts of the process to entertain myself while editing. So the Enderman's head was based on a human skull. Therefore, I had to make it look less human so I can achieve a disturbing feeling. Did I achieve that? Yes, maybe. Anyways, I skipped the line art because it's my worst nightmare. And my painting process is complex. First, I lay out the colors and I refine, and refine, and refine until it's decent enough. Once I finished coloring, I realized that the colors were pretty muddy, so how do we fix that? Special effects. It's everything you need when creating atmospheres. And I wanted my atmosphere to be dark and mysterious in the nighttime. So all I needed to do was add a blue tint set with overlay filter and add some glow to the vibrant parts of the Enderman. And finally, some fog around the canvas to make it spicy. So this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. If not, good for you. And this painting took me 2 to 3 days, but it's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks since I made this. I will also see you in another 2 weeks, week, day, depends on how motivated I am.